Last week, we reported on the current state of the new Condon Park Skatepark project, and we're here to cover more of this story. At the conclusion of the April 28th meeting, the Grass Valley City Council agreed to postpone design approval for 1 week in order to consider potential design changes under the mandate that design changes could not impact the total cost of the project nor delay its scheduled completion date. After studying community input, the council agreed to move forward with the project, stating that it had already spent months collecting community input from the skate community. Demolition and construction has now been rescheduled to start on Monday, May 19th.
We need to make a decision, and you know, the possibility for future outcomes are there. So let's do what we can do now, and then consider the future. That's kind of the way I'm seeing it. You know, it's tough because I'm torn. You know, but I think we need to move on this one.
All right, I think you have enough feedback from enough people on the council.
I just want to be very, very clear for the record. We are wanting Grindline to continue with the timeline schedule that they have proposed.
Yes.
At looking at minor adjustments.
Yes.
Okay.
We felt it was important to lay out the entire timeline. To those of you new to this story, it may appear that the City of Grass Valley isn't listening. For those who have been following it, know that the timeline shows something different. In 2001, the original skate park was designed by Zach Wormhout and constructed by the Community Center Association. It became a 20,500 square foot concrete in-ground facility, highly regarded and ranked among the top 10 skate parks in California by Skateboard magazine. In 2019, the City of Grass Valley submitted a Proposition 68 Park Improvement Grant application to fund various enhancements at Condon Park, including plans for a skate park and other recreational facilities. April 2024, approximately 50 local skateboarders and community members began collaborating on redesign plans for the skate park, marking the initial stages of the revamp project. June 17, 2024, a petition was initiated to urge the Grass Valley City Council to enhance the skate park without a complete teardown, emphasizing the park's significance to the local skateboarding community. April 28, 2025, just a couple months ago, last month, the City of Grass Valley held a town hall meeting to discuss the skate park's future, featuring insights from Matt Peraro, CEO of Grindline Skate Parks, the contractor hired to build the new skate park. This month, the skate park is expected to close for renovations. In response, the City Council is considering an ordinance to ban skateboarding in downtown areas during the closure period. The project didn't happen overnight, and it didn't happen in a vacuum. And the city has contracts and deadlines, and at the 11th hour, the community has different ideas. The GVSC has urged the City Council of Grass Valley and Grindline to halt the proposed May 19th demolition of the existing skate park on behalf of more than 1,600 signatures collected from 2 petitions. Here in the studio, we have Eric Gorman, Media and PR Director, a resident of Grass Valley, known for his active involvement in local community matters, particularly those related to the skateboarding community and public recreational spaces. Hi, Eric, welcome.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you so much for having me.
It's good to have you because this is a pretty confusing story. If you haven't been following it every step of the way, it seems very convoluted. So let's get to the guts. You sent out a press release just a couple days ago, I believe.
That's correct.
Urging the City Council, excuse me, to halt the demolition that's scheduled for Monday.
Yes, indeed.
And urging your proposal that the existing skate park remain while the second skate park, the new skate park, is being constructed. Do I have that right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. And so last week, the City Council decided not to halt the demolition and to go ahead, and as I understand it, you correct me if I'm wrong, with the understanding that there had been over a year, there had been months and months of collecting information and input from the community, and it was too late. There's contractors that need to be paid, there's money that's already been put out, all the logistics that you know, but maybe our audience doesn't, that there was a lot of pressure on a lot of different levels to continue with the plan. Do I have that right? Do I have that part right?
Yeah. The plan seems like it's destined to be underway but on the meeting on the 28th, it seemed as though the city council saw the validity in our interest in pursuing that dual park proposition. And it looks as though we could have had 2 skate parks all along if prevailing voices hadn't kind of bulldozed everybody who disagreed with them.
So this dual skate park proposal did not come out of the blue. It has been proposed by skateboarding community from the beginning, or for months.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was at very early meetings, even before the public and the city were involved, and I was suggesting that from square one, that we build an entirely new park with the grant funding. We were given $1.5 million in grants to build skate parks, and instead we're spending a portion of that money to demolish an existing skate park and build a smaller skate park in its place.
That will be the only skate park then, if this plan goes ahead as proposed by the city council or agreed to, then this will be a smaller skate park in the current skate park location.
Correct.
Okay. Whew. All right. So I also understand that let's get back to that. But I also understand that while this demolition and new project is being constructed, there is a parking lot that the city council has put aside in the park as a temporary place for skaters to go, skateboarders to go, while the construction's happening.
Yes, they did buy some prefabricated ramps as a small space to allow skateboarders to still participate in the activity. It's just in lieu of the existing park, it seems like a very small consideration.
Okay. So tell me where you're coming from as far as the proposal and what the timing, infers for the success of your proposal, at this late date.
Well, there's a city council meeting tonight at 6 p.m. where that is on the agenda, the skate park topic itself. We're hoping to convince the city council to change direction, and we're hoping that Grindline can find it possible to delay their construction project. We believe that it would be optimal to build the skate park about 30 feet from the existing skate park adjacent to it with those resources, and then connect those two in the future with future grant funding possibilities to make a global destination skate park, which is what the city said that they wanted to begin with.
Okay, so can you help me understand, to your way of looking at this controversy, you've been urging and proposing the dual skate park solution almost from the beginning.
Correct.
And why now why didn't you really throw a hissy fit and and do everything you could have done before this late date to really, turn the tide?
Prevailing voices with strong heads and unwavering personal beliefs in the matter. I think those individuals were a little anxious and a little scared that we wouldn't be able to accomplish the dual skate park idea. And ultimately, they kind of were inflexible in a way where we just kind of felt like our voices weren't being heard, and we backed away because we were tired of screaming at a wall.
Okay.
And at this point, now that we have the city council's understanding that there was a more optimal solution that was possible, we genuinely believe that we should continue to fight for it, regardless of what other people felt was best.
So this is a Hail Mary.
It is, absolutely.
Okay, got it. What's your feeling about either a compromise or complete, understanding capitulation to what you want? What do you think? What do you see ahead?
I think that the compromise of just moving the skate park that 30 feet adjacent to the park is a fairly manageable goal that makes everybody happy, because we get the exact layout and design of the new park, and we get to keep the old park, which is the most utilized facility in all of Condon, and it's beloved. And while the city thinks that there's some really significant damage, we've been skating there every day without being bothered by that damage, because it's still something that we enjoy.
Is the assessment based on a contractor's, input about the safety of is the city council worried about the safety of the current park?
They just don't seem to think that the repairs to what needs to be fixed are super easy to navigate, but we have other concrete workers who have gone and investigated and said that it would be pretty reasonably easy to do those repairs without demolishing the existing park.
So if I reiterate sort of this in a nutshell, you feel you've been urging this compromise, this alternate plan for a long time on deaf ears, basically, if I could put words in your mouth.
Please.
And the city council has felt that this was the best direction to go and decided to pursue the original plan. What does Grindline say?
It seemed like Matt from Grindline was pretty willing to make some accommodations and consider building the park in an adjacent location at that meeting on the 28th. I'm not sure where he stands right now, but I think that it's in the public best interest to appeal to his sense of community and humanity, that we genuinely deserve that new park, but we don't believe that we deserve to lose the existing park.
Is there a consideration for money spent, money committed, other contractors and such on the line that might have a play in this?
I think it's unfortunate that prevailing voices weren't willing to compromise sooner, because it is a travesty that we've already squandered some resources towards the current goal. I just don't believe that current goal is economically responsible based on the resources that we have and what we could have gotten out of them if we had been a little bit more intentional with them.
Okay. I'm guessing that there could be a concern that under current administration, federal administration mandates and such, that the grant could be frozen.
Yeah, and that's not something that we want. We're not trying to push so hard that we lose that grant funding. We understand the value of that grant funding and what a new skate park will bring to the community. We're just afraid of demolishing existing facilities when we have the money to just build a brand new one. And with the money it would take for demolition, we could add additional square footage to the new skate park.
Okay, let's take a little turn here and take just a few minutes for you to explain to our audience about the skateboarding community here in Nevada County. It's a pretty special group of people, isn't it?
It is. It's really incredible. The Gold Country skateboarding is kind of world renowned. John Cardiel, Chris Sen, and many others have come out of this community, and are these national stars, skateboarding stars? Yeah,
I don't know their names. I'm ashamed to say.
Those are professional skateboarders
Okay.
who are considered local legends and skateboarding legends in general, yeah.
How's the female contingent of the skateboarding community here?
It's growing, and it's becoming more comfortable every day at the skate park for young women and people of every diverse background that you can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to come out and watch. I've never been out there to I don't think I'll get on a skateboard, but I would like to come out and see you do it, and others.
Yeah, we would love to have you anytime.
All right. Well, good luck. I hope this comes to a place where both parties are happy with the conclusion, even if it's not exactly what both parties want. I'm hoping that it's best for the community.
I hope so too. I believe we have all mourned the loss of the existing skate park
Right.
already, but we're hoping that we can see it live out many years to come.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Eric.
Bye.